right. Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to talk about alt. We're going to talk about alt. We're going to talk about the dollar, and we're going to talk about the stock market and all of that good stuff. As you can see, BTC pumped back up to excuse me guys, pumped back up to 10.5 to 10.7, and you know, as we expected, that's why I did not basically touch BTC over the last few days and so on, right? So over the last few hours, because we talked about it yesterday, we said we have to basically pay attention to pull back to 0.618 to 0.786 and so on, right? So now Bear is going to be able to defend this key area if they want to basically see any type of reversal, because as we said yesterday, the bulls still in control as long as we staying above the 2-day 21 EMA, which is like, guys, which is like almost below like 12k and so on, right? So it is very important to understand, like, we still you know, the bulls still in control, you know, until we basically break 12k and so on. We could possibly see further number to the downside. Altcoin looking very bad. They're still looking to dump another, you know, 25 to 30%, stuff like that, right? Some of them might not even drop 10%, but some of them they looking to drop like breaking major support. So it is going to be critical for alt to see, you know, we're gonna have to see if alt going to be able to find support between now and between now and end of the between now and mid-November and so on, right? So now let's dive into BTC and talk about what we said yesterday. So BTC, we got a double bottom right there, broke the 21 EMA on an hourly basis, pumped back up. Price is decreasing, volume is decreasing, so we're getting another move to the upside, right? So the next move we're gonna get to the upside, are we gonna get any rejection right there? That's going to be a big question. Or are we gonna correct down again and then basically double top? So that's another possibility. If you want to be very patient, you might want to wait till you get like a clean rejection, and then basically you could be looking for an entry. But if you're bullish and you bought the dip right there, all you have to do is basically just suck it up, put a stop loss at 13.3 and 13.2, 13.3, and basically see if you can basically get high prices to basically take profit and so on. So that's a bullish setup. But the bearish setup, once again, we were expecting BTC to pull back up to 0.786, 0.618 to 0.786 exactly. So we hit 0.618 and 0.786 right there on the dot. So the bulls did a great job, okay, pushing the price back up. So next level to watch, guys, if you're bullish, you got basically 13,750, okay, up to basically double top if you're bullish. If you're bearish, you just have to suck it up and basically possibly look for this to be a fat wave move. Excuse me. Look for this to be 1, 2, 3. Wave number 4 could even drop down to like a 13,350, and then you could get your wave number 5 in a sort of ending diagonal, stuff like that, right? You got so many possibilities, but if you don't want to basically deal with any wave analysis, you just have to suck it up, put a take profit right there, 13,750 and so on, right? If you're be careful. You got a lower volume, lower prices. That's not a bearish sign, that's a bullish sign, short-term bullish, right? So let's go back to the 3-day chart. So the 3-day chart gonna close like in 2 hours. So yesterday we said we needed the 3-day chart to close bearish, like try to close like below 13k. That's gonna give us a very bearish pattern, a very bearish pattern. Red, excuse me. So I don't think we're gonna close below 13k, right? I do not think, but anything can happen, right? But if we close below 13k, we could get something like this, right? Over the next few hours. So closing below 13k could basically trigger a reversal right away, right? But now I don't see I don't see the bears being so strong as of now to be able to close the price below 13k, right? So keep that in mind. Bulls still in control, guys. They're still in control. We gotta wait for the bears to show up and drop the price heavily, guys, heavily for the bears to be able to make any solid argument. We're gonna be dropping lower, right? Let's go back to the weekly time frame now. The dot, we talked about dot the other day, right? So when dot was like 4.6, right? So weekly chart is still looking bullish, guys. So I don't know, weekly is still looking bullish, alt still looking bearish. I don't know how, how bits is still pumping to the upside while alt not even supporting the pump. Yes, alt, they don't have to support the pump, but they don't have to be getting like a bearish pattern while bits is getting bullish pattern. So just gotta be careful. So if you're still if you're still bullish, just have to basically suck it up until we basically once again break 10k completely, and you could be looking for lower numbers, right? For the bulls, for the bears, wait for the bears to show up, and you can basically follow the herd. You don't have to be the first one shorting, and you don't have to be the first one long, and neither. You just want to follow the trend, right? Just want to follow the trend. So the monthly chart gonna close like in 2 days and so on, right? So closing the monthly like this going to be extremely bullish, but let's see, okay, if we're gonna have to wait and see if the bear is gonna let the monthly candle closing almost like 80 to 90% by the candle, like small wick to the downside, small wick to the upside. That's very bullish, okay, for the for the bulls. They're gonna basically have to keep it up. But if they lose it, let's say within the next few hours, few days, right, before November 1st, we dip the price all the way down to 11.1, 11.2, and so on. That's it, guys. That's it. That's going to be a big sign of reversal, regardless how big we're gonna reverse. Just like that, right? You can see back in July, right, how we closed July. Even though we pumped back up to like a 12.3, guess what? We were still making like lower highs, right? That's also possible, right? That's also possible, but you just have to be patient, okay? You just have to be patient. Don't think we're gonna get it, but it is something that you just have to keep in mind, just in case we get it, so you know what to expect afterward, okay? You know what to expect afterward, right? So quarterly chart, it is too early to pay attention to it right now. So it is still bullish. We got like 60 more days to go, right? We got November and December, and candle is already like 33% up, okay? And we got like only 1/3 of the last volume, right? We only got 1/3 of the last quarterly volume. So it means like we could basically either go up like another 30%, right, to the upside, which means like we could possibly pump 60%, at least 60%, right, which is basically right there, right, which is like 16.8, if we're going to receive like equal amount of volume and keeping like body structure the same. However, once again, you always got to think about the bearish setup. If we're going to be dumping the rest of the volume, going to be bearish volume, it means like we're going to lose the entire greenness, okay? We're going to lose the entire bullishness. So it is something the bulls have to basically keep in mind over the next few days and so on. So they got to keep buying, okay? They got to keep buying to keep the structure bullish on the quarterly basis, because we got 60 more days, man. That's a lot of days, right, to be trading, and try to keep this candle bullish for the next 60 days, right, till December 31st, right? Till December 31st. So let's go back to Ethereum next, right? But before we talk about Ethereum, let's talk about the DXY. Excuse me. So the DXY, we did talk about the DXY regarding the WXY correction. We dipped down to this green box, did not dip enough, but that's good enough. It seems like a 0.786 right there, and we're pumping back up. So next support level we gotta watch for the DXY is like we gotta be able to stay right there. Okay, gotta be able to stay above it. Otherwise, we got an alternative count for the DXY. Even though that's the initial count right there, WXY correction, we could still get the same count in a different wave analysis. This wave could be complex, and we could drop down and then still pump back up. So the directional move doesn't change. It is still upward. We're still making, higher lows right there, right? We can still make another one right there, break this one, but do not break this one, and still pump to the upside from this point to that point, right? You see what I'm saying? So both counts are pretty much bullish. It is like timing, okay? Timing, it is going to be very, very crucial. Sometimes you can be bullish on, like, let's say you're bullish on a coin, right? You'll be like, okay, I'm bullish. I know we're gonna be pumping like to like 95, but sometimes market gonna say, hey, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, right? So it is very critical. But the upside target is basically, 2-day 100 EMA, which is like 95. If you if you're very conservative, you could just say, oh, I'm gonna get out at 94, okay, which is like daily 100 EMA. But I would rather look for the 2-day 100 EMA. If you back there, so you can see that was a support right there, support, resistance right there, support right there, support all along the this pump from like just about like September 2018 all the way up to like March 2020. So that could play a very, very important role, right? So now let's move on to Ethereum. So Ethereum, we talked about Ethereum yesterday, and as you can see, Ethereum, I was saying like let's be cautious because I'm bearish on Ethereum, but we could get this move back up, right? We could get this move back up. So I was looking for Ethereum bears to be strong in this range, right? It is still a short. Ethereum still a short. It is just like, is it going to be able to pump to like 406 to 410 and so on, right? So and we could drop lower, right? But as of now, it is looking good, right? It is looking good. Both setup are pretty bearish. Either way you look at it, 1, 2, 3, right? Or you could just look at it as 1, 2, 3, just like this. So this count we got right here, it is just a small flat correction. Let's see, okay? It is a continuation pattern, right? It is a continuation pattern. You got one, you got that. So we're looking for this move, right? My concern is like, are the bulls gonna be strong enough, or the bears gonna be strong enough not to let the price pump back up to get the bigger structure, right? To get this one before getting this one, right? That's the thing with Ethereum. So let's take a look at Ethereum high time frame. The 2-day chart for Ethereum is not quite that bearish yet, right? So we got to be able to also break the this range of 376, because we're looking for like a 360, 345, and 330 area. We got to be able to break the 2-day 21 EMA. As you can see, strong support right there. As soon as we started pumping, that's when we took the long right there. Okay, we said we're gonna take it, big pump, but it is coming back down. Okay, if we break it right there, 314, so you got to be able to have a stop loss at least like 311 to 313. If we break it, you know what to look for. It's gonna most likely gonna try to fight to a pump to like a 490 and so on, right? So 490 and so on. But as of now, since like alt are pretty bearish, let's see if Ethereum gonna be able to break this trend line, okay, in a this structure on a 2-day chart. Is a clean WXY XZ correction. You could look at it like that, or you could just look at this as impulse, right? And then you got this correction right there, right? You got this correction right there, this flat correction, and you could be looking at it to be dropping low. You got multiple ways of looking at it. It all depends how you want to look at it. Are you basically a wave analyst, or you just like to trade trend lines or candles patterns or moving averages, right? But I like to use all of them. That way I can get multiple confirmation, right? So So let's move on to gold before we take a look at other assets, right? Or the excuse me, guys. So gold, as you can see, we talked about gold few weeks back, right? We said we're gonna be dipping down. We're already dipping down, right? So looking for a target just about 1853 all the way down to like 1820, let's say 1830, right? Range, which is right there, just about there, okay? 1830 range. So that's the level we're going to be looking for a possible support. I just don't like the MACD curving down strongly, right? It is trying to find support, but MACD doesn't have any bullish momentum in it, right? So let's just see if like MACD is going to be able to find support, right? And the bad news is like also we dropped down without no divergence or anything. We just dipped down, okay? No divergence on the 2-day basis, right? Daily, very small divergence, right? Before the drop, the only divergence we had was like the divergence we had from 1950 all the way up to basically 2000 era, and it was very small, okay? Very small divergence. Did not last that long, okay? But the good news is like for the bears, you can see even in terms of volume, right? Wise, you can see like I'll show you whenever you get a big dump and a very small candle afterward, very small volume, it is most of the time it is a continuation pattern, okay? You got a very big dump right there, you got a very small candle green. You want this candle to turn green, okay? You want this candle to close green right there, and the volume gonna be very small, at least like let's say half of the previous volume. It means like, you know, we got a continuation pattern, right? It works a lot, okay? It works most of the time, right? So let's go ahead and move on to link now. So the link pattern is basically moving in a wedge pattern. If you guys remember, we had a link target up to like a 13.5, but you guys remember we got out on link like just about like started taking profit like 12.9, right? Closed like 60% and closed the rest to just about like 11.8 and 12.4 because I wasn't comfortable with the trade, and I was like we could possibly look for another retest of 11.7 to 11.5 range. And it is dipping down, right? It is dipping down. Can it pump back up later on? Yes, but the safest thing was like to take your profits since like you're longer from like 10.7 to 10.8 range all the way up to like a 12.9. Get out, take your profits, and look for another setup because market is not going anywhere. But otherwise you would be like sitting on it like from like a 12 to 11. That's not good at all. Almost 13 to 11, right? So 12.9, you're looking at it like letting it drop like 13% while you could take your profit. So I decided to take it and just see what we're gonna get. So the bearish setup I'm looking for link is like I'm looking for it to drop, okay, below this trend line. It is going to be a good short opportunity for the bears, most likely. Okay, the longer term target you could anticipate is like the bottom right there, just about like 7.6 to like 8.6 area. If you just want to sit tight, relax, and enjoy the ride, that's what you're looking for. But if you just want to basically do too much in and out, you could just suck it up basically, right? And take profit just about 50% to 0.618 right there, just about 9.7 to basically $9, okay? But once again, if you're anticipating a short, you have to suck it up. Also put a stop loss above right there, just about like a 13.3 and so on. Otherwise, if the market decides to reverse, this is going to be very bullish, okay? Sometimes rising wedges, right, they like to break out strongly, okay? They like to break out strongly. Okay? So you have to be able to put your stop loss right there. If not, this trade might not be for you, okay? It might not be for you. So let's go back to DOT. So So I was just talking about DOT in my premium, because we talked about DOT right there when DOT was like just about a 4.7, 4.9 and so on, right? Because this range was the soft rejection. I don't know if you guys remember or not when we talk about it, right? 50% pullback, and the level we got right here, right there, was the hard rejection, right? But we did not, price did not manage to pump to this level right there. Got rejected at the soft rejection, because I call it soft because I mean, like, that's 50%. It can pump to 0.618. So sometimes you want to start shorting right here because you're not just sure if market going to be pumping further. So got rejected, dumped down all the way down to 0.786, but we got a trend line in this range. Got a trend line in this range, so holding very strong, just like QDM, right? And RLC, right? Exact, but they ended up dropping. Okay, so now holding very strong, we below it. So next level I'm going to be looking for, it is going to be right there, just about like 3.6, and at the bottom of the trend line, which is like 3.3 and so on. So keep an eye on that. If you're looking forward to buy the dip, it might not be it might not be a great time to buy the dip, right? So can we get a 4 more move? Yes, we can still get a 4 more move like this, right? Just like Tomo, not Tomo, but Atom, right? A pullback right there before dropping. So we could get a delay. I just don't know. But the directional move, we know the directional move is, you know, it is downward right now, all the way down to the bottom of the trend line, right? And not sure if you remember what we had first, right? We had a triangular formation right there, right? Still a triangle, right? Got a triangle breakout, right? We broke out to the upside. So bulls started to call for $10 and all of that good stuff. Got rejected. Now we out of the triangle. So that's a very, very good, you know, very good move from the bears, right? So basically look for 3.6 and 3.3 for DOT. Okay, could take forever, but you don't control time, so you just control right there. You just don't know how long it's going to take to get there. That's the thing with these inclining and declining trend line, because you just don't know how long it's going to take to hit the trend line. If it takes forever, it might hit it right there. You just don't know, right? So, and after that, we could all right. Yeah, so let's assume it's gonna hit it by November 1st, right? So that might be right there. Okay, we got this support right there, we got that support right there, so seem pretty valid. Okay, beautiful trend line, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at QDM, because QDM got a similar structure. So QDM could give us a good indication about what to look for, right? So you see, like, QDM got same structure, right? In terms of trend line, QDM did not create a you could say triangular formation right there. We got a triangle, but we did not break out. But you can see I was watching QDM carefully right there, just about 2.1, 2.2, bang. Okay, drop all the way down to the trend line, right? So drop all the way down to the trend line. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Zilliqa. Zilliqa looks like it wants to break out. It is just about our entry. We did, I don't know if you guys watched my previous couple of analysis regarding Zilliqa. It is in our premium also, right? So we said we got this triangular formation. It is a 50-50, but you just have to wait till we break out to the downside or to the upside. We broke out to the downside. We said if we break below like 17.9, which is actually right now 17.9, but it broke it like a couple days ago, right? So it is still moving up and down 2%, 3%, and all of that. So if you have a tight stop loss, you're already out, right? You're already out. So it is at 17.86, right? So we're still looking for a 25% drop somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here, right? Yeah, just about 13.18 to like you know 13.18 to 14 range, right? But we gotta be, guys, we gotta get the big move very soon. Otherwise, bulls could get very confident and they could flip the switch, and they could be pumping right there, right? So, but I'm not gonna long it until we basically comfortably start pumping like about 20. Then I'm gonna be looking for bullish setup, right? If I get stopped out right there at 1950 range, right? So I'm giving it like enough room. 1950 is pretty good. If you're looking for like a 25% drop, that's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. Almost like a nice. I'm giving it like almost a good 7%, right? And you're looking for like a 25%, a probable 25%, right? Drop. I don't know, should we dump link now and buy back later? It all depends on your strategy, right? If you're a short-term trader or long-term trader. If you're a long-term trader, you might not be even touching your link, right? If you believe that link gonna hit $1,000, you should not be worrying about like the short-term volatility, right? Even if it drops down to like $3, it could be a great opportunity for you. Instead of basically buying and selling, just keep stacking up, right? Just like, you know, when BC was like $1,000, $2,000, if BC dropped down to like 500, you're like, man, you're gonna be panicking, right? But the long-term goal, if your long-term goal is like to sell a link over like $100 to $100 and so on, don't even worry if we drop 50%. Okay, don't even worry if we drop 50%. It all depends on your strategy, on your goal, right? So it's good. I mean, you can be a moon boy and all of that good stuff, but the long-term analysis is bullish for most alt, because we're gonna get like to multi-trillion dollar market cap. So that's where the good money going to be at, right? Not the during the bear market. So stack it up. Yes, can we drop down to $1? Absolutely. Link can drop 90%, right? So be careful, all right? I'm not saying it will, but it can drop 90%, right? It can drop 90%. So if you've been in the crypto space long enough, you know what happened back in 2018, right? When most people did not believe XRP will ever drop below 50 cents, right? So XRP dropped all the way down to 10 cents, right? Don't tell me Link is bigger than XRP. I don't think it is, right? In terms of market cap, it's not bigger. It's in terms of community, it's not bigger and all of that. XRP dropped over 90%, right? And it is still 90% down, over 90% down from all-time high, right? So can Link drop 90% from its all-time high? Absolutely. It can drop all the way down to $2, right? I'm gonna show you EOS so you guys know what's going on. I know most moon boys gonna be like, oh, you're saying like Link gonna drop, blah blah blah. But EOS, I can find the USDT over $20 target, right? Over $20 all-time high. You can see like after. Let's do this. Let's get the recalculated. Okay, so you know what happened like back in 2018, right? Back in 2018, after we tapped out just about $19, EOS dumped all the way down to like $4 and pumped right back up like to $23. You see what I'm saying? And you might be like, oh man, that's it. We're never gonna see like $1 EOS. But guess what, guys? We dumped all the way down to $1.30. Okay, almost $1.50 and so on, right? So just have to be very cautious, because when market is bullish, it is hard to basically believe you can see like crazy numbers. It is hard to believe it, right? So I saw Neo like $200, almost $190, $200, and that sucker dropped all the way down to $350. I don't have to tell you, you already know all of that good stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, if you've been in crypto since like 2019, then you might not remember what happened back in 2017. You might not know what happened back in 2017 and 2018. So 50% drop is nothing, okay? It's nothing. It's not that much. You can drop 80% to 90%. I'm not saying it will. Once again, I'm not trying to tell you like to dump your link and all of that good stuff. What I'm saying is, if you're a long-term trader, should not worry about link even dropping down to $2. You should be planning for, right? Should be planning for. So let's take a look at KNC. KNC also moving in a bearish pattern, already broke the trend line, so we're looking for lower numbers from it, right? Got rejected right there, just about $1. Was watching it with this bearish pattern. That's the same pattern I'm showing you on Ethereum and saying like, be careful, Ethereum can pump back up to 404 to 410 area before giving us this move down. Okay, give us another three-way move right there, and then now we're capitulating. So clean breakout. Okay, it is a descending triangle, and if you don't know how to basically play a descending triangle, the easiest way to do it is like look for a 1-to-1 extension, right there. You could look 1-to-1 extension. It is going to be just about like 63, but you could also look for 1.27 to 1.41, something like that, right? Let's see. Yes, if you use a 1-to-1 extension based on your fib, I don't know if you guys know how to use like a fib retracement. So it is right there, right? That's your third icon, right there. And it is below like a fib time zone. Okay, you click on trend based fib right there. Okay, no, right there, trend based fib extension. Click on it, and if you want to do swing low to swing high, all you have to do is just use the Fibonacci. You don't have to use the yeah, you can use it. You can just do this right there, and right there. Okay, so you do swing high to swing low to swing low, and then you can see like 1-to-1 extension is right there. That's a 1-to-1 extension. But sometimes if you use like the because this stuff moves so fast, right? So if you use like these arrows, they're gonna give you like a bigger extension, almost like 20% longer. Okay, 20% longer. Let's check this one out. Okay, so it was on log scale. So if you remove the log scale, it is just about like a 64. But if you put it on log scale, which is better, right? You get out earlier, right there. You get out at 70 to 68. But it is a clean breakout, guys. Just like SNX, I showed you SNX. It is looking to break out. So it's nothing you can do, guys. Don't sit there waiting for something else when you see something moving, right? I know most people are waiting for XRP to move, but XRP is not moving. It's not moving right now. It looks like it broke triangular formation also, XRP. So you know what to look for basically a Kyber network, all right? SXP is pumping back up. It is almost like 88. That's a good sign. So hit this target. Yesterday we talked about it right there, and we said wait for the breakout. If it breaks out, take it down all the way down to like a high 70s to low 70s. Hit like high 70 to low 80s. Okay, hit like 8 cents, right? 80 cents, not 8 cents, but 80 cents. Now it is pumping back up. Volume is pretty low. You know, big volume right there, big red volume, very small green volume, right? So it is just a sign of correction. So I don't think it's like a reversal, but it is just correcting, similar to what we had right there. Even though the volume was pretty big, but it just still dumped down. Yeah, SXP. We just talked about SXP now. I didn't see your message, but Litecoin. What do you think about Litecoin? So LTC. So LTC, not sure if you remember what I told you yesterday, right? I was like, it is moving in a flat correction type of a pattern right there. 1, 2, 3. right there. So wait for it to break this level, right, to look for a short, and then you're gonna suck it up with a stop loss right there, because that time we just didn't know yesterday if we're gonna get a W type of a pattern like this. So you needed to wait. We just didn't know if like we're gonna get this move, right, and pump back up to 0.786, which is like right there, right? So before we basically reverse, but it seems like we already breaking the 8-hour 211 EMA. We can pump a little bit back up to like 57 and so on, but the pattern is already showing bearishness, divergence, so that might be a good indicator already. Litecoin tapped out, right? That might be a good indicator. Litecoin is tapping out, right? So let's see over the next few hours if like we're going to be reversing down. Next support level we're going to be looking for is $50. But if you want to basically pay attention to the higher time frame, right, you just have to look for $41 Litecoin. Okay, have to look for $41. I don't want to talk about 37 and 29 so far, right, because we already at over 55, 56 and so on. Let's just focus on the trend line right there, right? Focus on like 54 right there, and basically $50. Try to struggle to break it, and once we break it, we know what we're going to be looking for once we break $41 after that, right? So the upside target doesn't change, right? If for any reason we got a good news and all of that good stuff, the probable target is going to be 0.786 to basically 0.888, right? Which is like 62 to 65. But the momentum is bearish right now, so I would just focus on the bearish momentum, and instead of basically try to figure something out, like trying to figure out like how to basically pump this, right? So, but BTC is still pumping. But Alt not pumping at all. Alt still dumping. So we talked about yesterday regarding Kyber, right? When Kyber was dropped, Kava, not Kyber, Kava, KAVA, right? So first target was right there, 141. Second one is going to be 120. Could take a while to get it. It looks pretty impulsive, right? No sideways correction, nothing yet. Everything is green, everything is red, nothing green so far. So it looks pretty good, okay? Looks pretty juicy. Looks pretty juicy. So similar situation as Kyber, right there we got the flat correction. This one did not correct in 3 wave, it just bumped back up and basically continuing the downtrend, right? So after we're going to look for this move, right? So Monero is kind of aggressive, a very aggressive play. Even though it is bearish, it moves very slow. So what I mean slow is like Monero doesn't move like a DeFi coin, right? The slope is kind of not too positive, not linear like this, okay? It is a little bit like this, right? So what we're looking for Monero is like, it is very overextended. It's gonna need some time to create a bearish pattern. You might anticipate a drop, but like I'm anticipating a drop down to like a 96 to 88, but it could be very slow until we basically break the 211 EMA at least on the daily. Okay, break it at least on the daily, and then we're gonna start like looking for support right there, just about like 114. Could possibly struggle to look for it, but next level, if you want to really like, if you're bullish and you're looking to buy, the level you could be looking for is like 88 all the way up to like 96, which is like 2-day 100 EMA and 0.618. This gap right there, that's a gap you could possibly be looking for if you do not basically want to short it right now, right? Just like what we talked about Litecoin, when Litecoin was giving us this pattern, right, yesterday, we said just wait until it breaks this key area, and then you could dip it, you could look for a dip down, right? Because it can still do this. It can still do this, right? So it is not a complete bearish pattern right now, right? But it could create one, so you might be anticipating one. Hey, thanks a lot, Michael. 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 Yeah, so Zell, you just don't know if this move is, let's see, it looks, to me it looks corrective though. It looks pretty corrective. We got very big move downward. We got the trend line right there. We got the 6 hour 21 EMA just about 1830. So we got a lot of we got a lot of resistance right there, right? So but short-term analysts, they're going to be calling for this divergence. Right, they're gonna be like, oh, we're getting a divergence right there, right? So the bulls got pretty good, pretty good argument. You got a bullish divergence on your MACD, but you don't have one on your RSI. So, but the MACD, if it fails, right, these divergences, if they fail, that's going to be nasty. Okay, they tend to be very, very nasty. Let's say we fail to cross bullish, right? It's just gonna do this. Gonna change the entire structure. So let's see. Okay, it is a tough trade, but let's see. Let's see. But if like we break again, let's say 1740, 1750, that might be it. The bulls might just lose total control over this range, right? Could also look at it like this. Could also look at it as a descending triangle, right? So just like that. It's also possible. Hey, what's up? Blue Zell is breaking down. BLZ USDT was breaking down badly. So we got this support area right there. We just broke it, right? So you can see, bang. That's what I'm looking for. Type of breakout I'm looking for from Zilliqa, but it's not doing it right now. So it seems like Zilliqa is just about this area right now. Just so. But BLZ is breaking down. Let's check the BLZ total structure. Yep, you can see like you got a wedge pattern, just like Link, right, and Neo. So next level to look for Zilliqa, BLZ going to be like 52, right? Right now we have 66. I've been watching BLZ right there when it was like 12. I sent a signal in my premium group, and I was like, BLZ, we're gonna be dropping down to the daily 200 EMA, right? Actually 3-day right there. So you take a look at it on the 3-day basis, it looks cleaner. Already hit like 2-day, 2-day 100 EMA right there. Now we're breaking it. So next support level going to be just about like 5, okay, 5 to 50, right, range. So pretty bearish, right? Pretty bearish. That's the next support level. But you got bigger supports, right? Which is like in terms of pricing, you got bigger support. Not just in terms of fibs, but you got this range right there, which is like 34 all the way down to like 22. Could be a good price range for scalping, swinging, and all of that good stuff, right? But don't pay attention to it yet right now. Just pay attention to like a 5 to 5.5 range, right? That's the most important key area right now. If we break 382 pullback, then you could start analyzing further drop, right? Omiseco, it is in my premium group. I just updated my premium group targets. Omiseco right there, we're breaking down, right? So I'm looking for the 2-day 100 EMA right there. That's what I'm looking for for a minute ago, which is basically a double bottom, right? We already broke the trend line right there. We don't have any parallel trend line we could rely on, so I'm just gonna rely on the 2-day 100 EMA, or even like the 3-day. Okay, if market is strong enough, we could possibly drop all the way down to 223, but that might be too aggressive. I would just look for this one, you know, 2.5 to 2.6. okay, 2.5. It is a very aggressive move. Okay, it's nice triangular formation, right? Nice triangular formation. I was looking for both sides, right? I was first looking for, in case we break out right there, I was looking for long, and at the same time was waiting for confirmation to break to the downside. We did already, so we just have to suck it up. All right, parole d'or. So how low we gonna drop on Omizago, right? Not how high. Omizago did well over the last run. It did well over the last run, so we're not even yet, right? We're not even yet at, you know, we're not even yet like at 50% pullback right there, right? So it is a breakout. Once again, if you're patient enough, you can wait for this. You can wait for price to retrace all the way down to $2. You can wait for price to retrace all the way down if you're patient enough. Not many people are, you know, pretty patient, right? They're not going to be waiting for, they're not going to be shorting for like 40%. They might be thinking like that's a lot, right? But these suckers, when they break out, they can break out 40% in 3 days or so on, right? So let's go back to BTC. I think we talked about most alt. The only one we did not talk about is like Tether, right? So that's also one of my premium target. Just like, you know, Blue Zell and all of that good stuff. The 2-day 100 EMA, it is going to be a key area to look for over the next few days and so on. But if it pumps back up, right? If it pumps back up, that you just have to, you know, look for a sell opportunity just about 71 to 74, and with a stop loss at 81, 82, and so on, right? So with a put stop loss right there. Okay, can it get hit? Yes, but that's why you put in it, you know, to protect yourself, right? So, and we're gonna be looking for a nice drop all the way down to 41 cents to 39, right? So it is a 2-day chart, so it could take a while to get there. So, but if we break, once again, if we break like just about 73, break your stop loss 81, you have to get out the way. So let's go ahead and take a look at XRP also. XRP, it is moving very slow, just like Monero, right? But Monero is moving like upward, right? We could not break above to try to hit like, you know, 30 to 30 cents. So we're going to be looking for the breakout to the downside just to double bottom and see if, you know, we're going to be able to find support right there, right? Temporarily. But the bigger picture is like, to me, XRP could be dropping back to 17. Okay, it could be dropping down. I got a longer term target for XRP all the way down here to 17.5, right? But short term target, just about 22, which is like, you know, previous support right there. Okay. Tezos is breaking I think $2, 1.9, and so on. Tezos is moving like it's moving also very slow, man, like moving sideways a lot, right? So Tezos also breaking out. So it looks like algo. That's why you're seeing like me typing algo right there, and algo is one of my premium target, right? For a breakdown. So we broke this level, now double bottoming, kind of aggressive to take it right now. The best level to take it was like the 21 EMA right there at the, you know, just about the 2-day 21 EMA. Now we're breaking this key area. You might want to wait for a further drop down to like 186, and if it bounces back up, you take it, because taking it right now, if you're doing high leverage, if it spiked back up within the next 2 to 3 days, you might be in trouble, right? But let's say you're spot buying, it is a good level to start selling right now, okay, and look for the number down. You got plenty of time to buy again, because the move we got right now could be a continuation pattern, so, and it could drop much lower, okay? If we break this support, it can drop to the next fib level, right? Let's look down. We know the resistance is like 2.6. As you can see, like we did not basically correct randomly at $2. You can see like $2 to basically 2.5 was like 50% and 382. So we corrected in between 50% to between 50% and 382, right? And now we're breaking like $2 range, right? So next level to look for definitely it is going to be $1.70, okay? But the thing is entry. If you did not enter early enough, you might be cautious, okay? But you know the directional move. That's the most important. That's another 10% drop. Okay, 10% drop. Do not want to be too aggressive. Calling for a one-to-one move like this. Don't want to be too aggressive, so too early, right? Hey, what's up, South Dakota? We already talked about Link, man. We already talked about Link. So Link, if you bearish, look for a breakout below this trend line, right? And also below the 2-day 2-1 EMA. On the 8-hour basis, it looks clean. Like it seems like we're gonna be dropping lower, but it is kind of aggressive, right? So I would wait at least to get like a big red candle on the 8-hour basis, or even 6 if you're aggressive enough. You could wait for a 6-hour breakout below the just about below 10.8, right? Because you might be drawing your trend line differently, right? But if you you could draw the trend line like this, okay? Okay, you could draw the trend line like this, okay? Include everything and say, okay, I'm just gonna suck it up and get 3 touches, right? 3 touches, yes, that's gonna give us 10.7, okay? That's gonna give us 10.7. That's also, I mean, it's good enough, okay? I think it is good enough trend line, 10.7. That's what I was looking for first, because I just mentioned it earlier, right? We longed it from like 10.7 to 10.9 right there. This breakout right there, that was like the first day BTC started breaking out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna long Link instead of BTC. We longed it all the way up to 12.9. I was looking for 13.5, but we could not get 13.5. But they got a clean 18% right there to almost 20%, right? And then got out just by like start getting out like from 11.8 to basically 12.4. That was our last closing positions, right? So let's see, we got the bullish setup. If you're looking at it on a lower degree, if we do not break 10.7 and then bounce back up in this range, we just have to suck it up and look for another retest, you know, along this trend line. I'm not saying we're gonna drop right now, right? You just don't know how long we're gonna be in this range, right? You just don't know how long. Sunday, GAWD. I don't know what that means. So let's go back to King BTC. So there's only one king in the market, so it is BTC, not XRP anymore. So King BTC is still bull flagging. Gotta wait for confirmation, guys. If you're bullish, you're okay. If you're bearish, you gotta wait for confirmation. Other than that, you know, there's nothing to do. If you're bearish, you just wait for confirmation. You just don't know how long it's gonna stay in this range. It can either, because once again, we talked about it yesterday. If you just join the if you just joined the premium, not premium, but the live stream, and you did not watch our live stream yesterday, we said pay attention to 10.5 to 10.7 range, right? Which is 0.618 to 0.786, give or take, okay? 10.480 all the way up to basically 10.650. So market is respecting these fibs for BTC. It means a lot, okay? It means a lot, right? It means a lot. No, don't use that one. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, man. I know what you mean. I'm just joking. So SPX, still give it some time. Give it some time. It is a double top, double bottom, right? You take a look at it on a 12-hour basis. 100 EMA supporting, right? 8-hour support, 12-hour support, daily support, right? So it is a, okay, 9 out of 10 I'm bullish on this pattern, right? If I see it on an uptrend, I'm bullish until we break the support level, okay? Until we break this key area. That's a pattern I'm using for most alt right now, because they're making it on the downside. You can see like this pattern. Not saying like we're gonna pump up, we're gonna pump down. All I'm saying is we got a very strong uptrend. We got a drop, we got a pump, we got a drop. We possibly could get another drop, another pump, right? However, you got your support trend line right there now. You got to be able to respect it right there, just about, 33. Until we break it, you cannot make a very good argument like we're going to be dropping, because market doesn't move straight. You can see like these moves we got right there. Whenever we dip, you're going to be like bear market. Whenever we dip, you're going to be like bear market. And this sucker keep pumping, right? So let's just wait till we break at least 30, right there, the support area. Now, like 32.26. I remember 32.26 exactly, right? So we could talk about basically, because last time we talked, we said 33. Now it is breaking it. It broke 33. Now it is forcing to pump back up. We don't have any indication like we're going to be reversing, but patterns wise, right? It is bullish, right? But if we break it once again, we have to suck it up. And start looking for further numbers to the downside, right there, just about like a 3,000 area, 3,000 level. But be cautious, because we, until we break cleanly, 32.26 to like a 3,200 range, and you're gonna be confident enough to say, hey, we might be dipping. $19.87. 1987. Yeah, let's see. Let's go on a weekly basis, because 1987, I don't want to look at it on the hourly. You must be talking about now. It doesn't look the same. Like these dumps, you cannot expect it. These massive dumps, they just like, it is just time to buy. Whenever you see like these, just like what happened back in the back in March, right? You see these big dumps, right? You got to be able to buy. Let's take a look at it right now. What we got? Not quite, man. I don't think it's the same. It's in terms of patterns, I don't think it is the same thing. You might be saying like we could dump just like that, right? Maybe this dump we got right here probably was the 1987 dump, right there. 34% drop. $19.87, I think. You see, we're gonna talk about this pattern right there. Okay, that's a pattern we got back in 2000 all the way down to like a 2009, and you can see it is what it is, a flat correction. It was just a correction. It was just a correction. That's what I tried to show you right here. Ooh, that's not good. I don't like this weekly engulfing. The high time frame show. That's the same thing we got right here. So you have to respect it, right, until we break it, right? But let's go back to 1987, 72, 87 right there. And you take a look at 87 was only like 2 weeks dump. A 2 weeks dump. A 2 weeks dump. And dump like, or nearly, actually you could say 3 weeks, right? 35%. And back in March, we dump similarly, okay, 34.89 roughly, right? They both dump 35%, give or take, right? Right? Is that a coincidence, right? That's a March dump. Let's see. That's a 1987 dump, okay? That's a 1987 dump right there. And this is the, COVID dump. Same exact move. Maybe that's what you're talking about, right? 35.80, 35.90, 35.50, right? Pretty similar. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I love dumps. But it is, sometimes when you zoom out, guys, pay attention to these big moves, and it matters a lot, okay? Yeah, if we get under the dump, you gotta be able to buy the dip for this one, okay? Gotta be able to buy the dip. Don't try to wait for like price going lower and all of that. If we retest anywhere around like 22, right, to 2000, that's going to be a great level to be buying. Can it drop lower? Yes, but the next move, that's what you're anticipating. You're not anticipating a excuse me, you're not looking for like, you're not going to be crying for like another like a 10% dump, something like that, right? Because you're looking for like, this sucker going to like a 5,000, 6,000 and so on within the next few years. So it is going to be a great chance. It is going to be a great chance for most people to basically enter the market right there, if and only if we get it right. If and only if. Let's go back to BTC now. I think Zen Trade was asking about Neo the other day. Neo looks very, very bad, right? So we knew the resistance for Neo was going to be like 20 to 21, but take a look at it, guys. It is breaking badly below the 21 EMA. On the lower degree, doesn't look that healthy. Also, rejection from the 21 EMA on a 2-day basis and 3-day basis, right? You can see now we got support right there. So it could consolidate in this range of 14.9 and 14.9 and 13.9. You know, they basically historical resistance for Neo, right? Why it is so important to pay attention to 14 and 13, right? The first dump we got back in 2018, we dumped right down to like, after we pumped to like almost $200, right? 201. We dumped all the way down to where? To like a 14. Okay, 19.6, right? And from 19.6, which was like August 2018, we corrected in this range all the way up to like a November before we drop further down. So that's why 13 and 14 are pretty much very important. And if you pay attention to the current price of Neo, that's the same level Neo been correcting between 25 right now, and we just dropped down to where? To like a 14, right? This same exact level right now, right? That's the same exact level Neo is at right now, exactly as we speak. 25 to 14, 25 to 14, same exact level. All right, take a look at it. Yep. You got, look at 25, right? 14, same exact level, same exact correction area. $25 and $14. So don't tell me that's a coincidence. It is not a coincidence, right? Market remember these stuffs, right? Right there. Same exact level, right? So tell me if I'm right, right? Same exact level. So that's why I remember Neo being at being 14, because I remember like I was like, when Neo was like, I was trading heavily back then. Neo, I think I was so bullish right there, just about 39. I went long, not like leveraging, but bought back, because I sold at 55, right? Something like that, 55, and I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna buy back right there, just about like 30, right? I bought 30, it dropped down. I was a little panicking. I'm like, let me just hold, right? So let me just hold, right? And I was like, okay, it's gonna pump, let me just buy back, it's gonna go back to 50 and so on. I bought back this sucker dump. That's how I remember. That was like July 2018 and so on, right? But that time I was not basically charting too much. I was just like, you know, looking at moon boys, right, and jumping in and out. That's all I was doing, looking at moon boys, right, jumping in and out. Right there. Right there. So that's the same level we at. As you can see, after we broke it, we dropped like almost another from right there, 15, exactly right, same exact level we at right now, 15.4, right? We dropped all the way down to like $5.30. So right now we at 15.4 exactly. Okay, 15.4. Look at it, price right there, 15.2. 15.2. Okay, that's the same exact level, guys. Amazing. Okay, amazing. At a flat, right, and you got a correction, and you're looking for this. So not saying we're gonna drop down to $5, right? But we said we're gonna be looking for like what, 12, 12.7 and so on. That's the next level of support we're gonna be anticipating right there. $12 to 12.7. If like bear is not buying the dip right now, okay? On the macro scale wise, of course, you could, if you're comfortable enough of waiting, you could wait for like 382 pullback. NEO is nowhere around like, it's nowhere around like finding a support. Next support, you just have to suck it up and wait for 12.7, which is why I'm so I'm kind of confident like most alt are gonna be dropping further down, right? Because NEO is not like a small cap, right? I remember NEO being like 12 billion market cap at some point, right? Back in 2018. Yeah, breaking down, man. You see, that's the same structure I was just showing you on the SPX, right? It is a flat correction, so just wait till we break the support level, just about like 32, 33, right? 3300, stuff like that, and then you're going to be anticipating a drop, just like NEO, right? Just like NEO. Just like NEO. You got your flat correction. You might be thinking it is a continuation pattern, but sometimes it doesn't give it to you like that, right? It gives you a small bear flag right there, and then continuation, right? Hey, what's up, doctor? Method man in the house. K4 Liberty not in the house today. Iceman not in the house. You just ate 30 strawberries. Hey, doctor, you crazy, man. So let's go ahead and take a look at Algo. Algo is one of our premium target. Also, I just sent a premium analysis to my group. Algo is one of our premium analysis. So pay attention to NEO, right? I gave you NEO already, right? 12.7. So Algo, I think I already showed you Algo, guys. So Algo, you can see like I just gave it to, I just talked about it like not even like an hour ago in my premium. We talked about Algo, SNX, Kyber, Isaac, Qdom, Dot, Monero, Zilliker, Tether, XRP, Link, and FTM, right? But I can't give you all of them, right? But Algo, you can see like broke out, guys. Algo and Tezos, we just talked about Tezos also. They got similar structure. Flat correction right there. Most of the time it is a continuation pattern, right? Just like NEO. You see NEO pumped to the upside and gives you what? A nice flat correction right there, right? And gave you another small one right there, and now NEO is dropping lower, right? Take a look at Algo. Similar structure. We got this dump. We got this 1, 2, 3. It dropped lower right there on the lower degree. You can see the flat correction, right? You cannot see it on the 2-day basis, right? We got this flat correction right there on the lower degree. But now we're expecting this move down, okay, down to 21.33. So beautiful, beautiful setup, guys. Beautiful. So, but I'm betting on Zilliker to. I'm betting on more on Zilliker to give us the breakout, right? So I'm betting on Zilliker to give us the breakout too. Man, come on, guys. Tether still dropping. So guys, let's see. Yeah, we did shorted Tether as soon as this candle closed right there. You know, we shorted the previous candle 66 to 65 range, all the way down to like 58, 59, right? Took some profit, put a stop loss. It's still looking to dump further. Okay, if we pump back up, we got another short entry right there. Okay, Tether. Let's take a look at our moving averages. We already talked about it. Already got rejection right there. So, but I'm afraid we could pump back up. That's all I'm afraid of. Because double bottom structure is hard to trade until you Sometimes you can double, let's say you pump to the upside right there and you dip down, you pump, right? No, you basically got a very strong move, you dip down, you pump, and then you drop. This one is the hardest one to trade because you just don't know, like, if you're gonna get this move back up to make another lower high right there, right? Or you're just gonna keep dropping lower, get a small correction right here, and then keep dropping low. That's why it is so hard to trade. But since like it is a 2-day basis, right, it might just keep dumping, right? But it is very hard. It is like a 50-50 type of stuff, right? So, but you know what to look for, right? You know what to look for. You know what to look for. Yep, SNX is breaking out as expected. I talked about SNX also, guys, in my premium group. Yesterday I was telling you, if you could short it, right, but wait for a breakout. Okay, if you short it, you have to suck it up, put a stop loss above this range of like almost $4. But it is breaking out on a 2-day basis, so that's a good sign, right? That is a good sign. So if you take it right now, you just have to suck it up, put a stop loss 36 now, because we already initiated a 2-day breakout. It's a 2-day candle, so kind of comfortable shorting it. All right, so I'm looking for I'm gonna be greedy. Okay, I'm gonna look for all the way down to 2.8. I'm gonna be greedy on this one because I've been watching this one like forever. Actually was paying attention to it when SNX was like 4.5 last couple of weeks ago. I think somebody in my premium call just mentioned it. I wasn't even paying attention to it, right? And I told him like, okay, if we drop down to lower, if we drop down back to like $3, 3.5, the most probable scenario is like we're gonna be dipping lower, because he was looking for higher numbers afterward, I think, right? I was like, let's not play that game. If we hit this, support level like 5-6 times, let's just go with the trend and not try to basically buy the dip right there. You can buy the dip. If it pump, fake out, dump it. That's it. Don't try to be friendly with it. You don't know the the developers and all of that good stuff. Don't try to be friendly with the coin. Just short it. That's it. So SNX looks good so far. Okay. Yeah, I'm already in SNX, so that's pretty good. It kind of broke out last night, I think, right there. Right, last night. That 3.8 was looking very juicy. Was looking to retest 6-hour 100 EMA. I was kind of bullish on it right there. I was like, this sucker. So let's dump down now. Yeah, on a lower degree, it doesn't look that bad because the moon boy is gonna be saying, oh, that's a triple bottom, quadruple bottom, quintuple bottom, whatever, and it's dumping. Okay. They bought the dip. That's why we got this fake out. They bought the dip right there, and and probably add on, and then this sucker say nope. So far, okay. Yeah, Kyber. I already showed you Kyber, guys. Yeah, I don't like this BTC pump, man. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. You can see MACD still not crossing bullish again on the second pump. The first pump we got MACD basically 6-hour crossed bullish. The current pump we got right now is not. It is faking out. Same thing as what we got on the 4-hour couple last weekend, right? You remember last weekend when we got this on the, I think it was 24th, right? On Saturday. This pump right there, Saturday pump. I was like, I think Robert was looking to long this one. I was like, let's just be cautious because I don't see any bullish momentum with these small candles, and 4-hour MACD hasn't crossed bullish yet. So we can get a fake out, but it might not be a very strong fake out. It might just pump and dump right back down because we don't have any strong evidence like this move gonna be crossing bullish, right? Right there, this one was bullish, bang, okay, bang. But right now we're getting another one. We got that one right there. So really bad. AJ Kadam. So let's see. We could look very, very good over the next few days and so on. Yeah, Ether bears just need to break 382. I mean not 382, but 382, right? It sounds like 382 fib level, but 382. If we can break 382, we can definitely eliminate this possibility to hit like 405, right? We can definitely eliminate that possibility. QDOM, I wouldn't touch QDOM. It is at the trend line support right now. It is at the trend line support. So I wouldn't mess with QDOM right now. Can it drop lower? Absolutely, but I'm not confident enough to even like, I talked about it in my premium group and I was like, I'm not confident, I'm not comfortable enough. I had it on my list to short it, take a scalp right there, but did not get the chance to send it. It was like 6% scalp, but did not get the chance to send it, and it broke out. I was like, okay, I just have to suck it up and wait. But next target we could look for, it is all the way down to like a 150 area, but have to wait a little bit to get further confirmation, because it is already at a support trend line, and it could consolidate for a couple of days before dropping further. However, if you're really bearish and you cannot wait, if it breaks out, just suck it up and take it down. Yeah, okay, take it down. And if you spot buying, you know next level to buy it is going to be, it's going to be like 150s. Okay, if you spot buying 150, and if we get a capitulation move, you woke up and you see a big capitulation move, right? And you're looking to accumulate, you got 0.786 all the way down here. So you got plenty of time. It is a bearish setup, so you got plenty of time to buy. Don't need to be in rush, right? If we're going to be capitulating, if and only if. But if we're not going to capitulate, next support level going to be 150. Okay, and we could possibly start to look for some you know, high lows and all that good stuff, right? Yeah, it is very risky. I like QDOM, and I like to trade QDOM and waves, because once they pump, they just pump, but once they dump, they also dump, right? It means they just move fast, basically. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at on the 8-hour basis and see if we can find any evidence. I just don't like the structure. The only thing I liked about QDOM was like this move right there. You know, that's my favorite move. That's the only thing I like, this flat correction. It is a continuation pattern, but it can do this. That's the thing. It can do this right here. Not saying it will, once again, but it can do it. Right. You can do it. Let give it some time. You got a lot of stuff like breaking out right now, so you don't need to be sitting down and waiting for QDOM, right? You got algo right now breaking out, right? It is right now 25. We talk about algo right there when it was 30 cents. It's breaking out 25. That's already 20% drop, and you're looking for like 21.33. So no need to rush for something that is very, very it has a high uncertainty. You don't want to be jumping on it. But algo is pretty clean breakout. Right, clean breakout, breaking like a fib level. That's the best time to even be shorting. When we break a fib level like 382 or like a 50% special, right? 0.618 might take forever to break, but I like shorting after 382 break. Okay. Yeah, could we get an alt season? That's a big question. Yes, we're gonna get another alt season. We're gonna get you guys know, in my premium, both in my premium and public Telegram group, when algo was breaking out, I told you guys buy algo, right? It's not, I'm not all bearish all the time, right? I had some crazy targets like algo right there first week of August, but I told you guys on a 2-day basis, right? On a 2-day basis, I told you let's suck it up and buy algo right there, right? Now that was algo BTC actually, because I did not trade algo USDT. I was just trading alt season. I trade alt BTC, right? Keep that in mind. Oh, look at it, because I had a target for algo also, right? On the you can see like algo BTC is already breaking support. That's really bad. Okay, that's really bad. But guess what? Algo, we enter back in June, right there. That's when we start buying algo right there. It dipped down to like, was like 25, something like that. It dipped down to 22. I was like, guys, keep buying algo. It pumped right there, dropped back down. I was like, guys, algo, buy algo right there. Okay, and it pumped right up to like 6,000, which was our target. So we started buying like 2,000 all the way up to 6,000. That's 4x, right? No, 3x actually, 160. Like 2,500 all the way up to basically 3,000, 150% move, right? Versus BTC, okay? But right now, I don't want to touch it, right? I don't want to touch it. I mean, what I mean touch it, like go bullish on it, right? So entry was right there, okay? Entry was right there, 2,500. But right now it is dropping right there, so. So alt season, we have to take a look at total too, which is very important, right? So I talked about total too, and I said this was a spike for some reason, but it wasn't like alt was, alt were pumping. It was just a random spike, but it is moving in a flat correction like this, right? Kind of overextended. So we just have to expect this move down, and then after that we could expect a wedge pattern right there, right? So that's a wedge pattern I'm going to be looking for alt season. Okay, for some reason alt total market cap is not dropping heavily, but alt are dropping really bad, which is kind of like very confusing. It means like Ethereum is not dropping, because you take a look at Ethereum is basically, this chart looks like Ethereum chart, right? So it means if I'm expecting this move to drop down to the at least like 3-day 100 EMA, which is like 100 billion, 108 billion, it means Ethereum has to drop. Ethereum has to drop. But let's see, Ethereum might not drop, okay? But let's see, it might not drop below 300, but let's see. Let's wait and see. Come on, Zilliker. Yep. Just go back and retested basically daily open yesterday, right? Daily close, daily open, pump back up to daily open. So kind of it reminds you what back in 2019, the top formation we got on a weekly basis, right? something like that. 20, I think it was 3 weeks basis. Yep, 3 weeks basis. That's the structure we got back in 2019, right? On a 3 weeks basis, right? We pump, we dump, drop back down, and pump right back up. If you check the daily analysis, same thing, same structure. We pump, we dump, and then we pump right back up. The only difference is like the timing. This one is daily, the other one is 3 weeks. That's the only difference. But structure wise, structure doesn't care about time, right? Whenever you get a triangular formation like this, you don't care if you got the triangular formation, right, in a daily, you know, on a daily, or like if you got it like on the you know, if you got it on the basically a weekly, or like 15 minutes. A triangular formation is just a triangular formation, right? Doesn't, you know, so same stuff right there, same stuff. And if we go back in 2019, what happened next, right? We pump, we dump right back down to the previous low. So if we're going to be doing the same thing, we could expect BTC, right, to jump to dump right back down to like a $13, $13,000, not $13, right? What a beautiful day, man. I love when market is red, man. It's a beautiful day. Let's do this. Let me check something. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. It always looking to close bearish. It means 6 hours most likely going to close bearish. So link is dumping. Any thought on CGLD? I mean, I would just follow the this chart doesn't have a, let's see if we can find. Not sure which one you're talking about. You got two tickers, same thing. Okay, same boost car. I'm pretty sure you're talking about gold, but CGLD. Maybe crypto. Let's do this. No, this sucker doesn't look good at all. Yeah, I can't trade this. Yep, you had a nice support level. You just broke it. So nothing else to do, just wait for till market finds a, if you're looking to buy, you might want to wait for market to give you a good sideways correction and develop a nice bottom formation, right? So but as of now, I wouldn't be buying it right now unless you're buying for long term, right? You don't care about if it is red or green, you just buy the dip. But if you're a short-term trader, you might want to wait because you don't know how low it's going to drop. Is it going to drop 10% or is it going to drop another 60%, right? So let's do swing low to swing high. We just hit like 1.27, right? 1.41. So it has to stay in this range, otherwise it's going to dip lower, and I do not want to be looking for the bigger extension right there, which is like 150 all the way down to 130. If you're looking at the entire structure, you could be looking for 1.27 to 1.41 fib extension, which is like $1.50 to $1.30. Right there. Right there. So it is dipping a little bit. So let's see how we're gonna close. If you can get a an 8-hour red, that's gonna be nice for the bears for a possible scalp all the way down back to 13, right? We're gonna close in now. This candle gonna close like in it's about an hour. That's nice. Go back to Ethereum, is dipping lower. Yep, so Ethereum might not hit our scare zone. I was scared about this zone, right? 4 or 5, so it might not hit it. So this small flat correction we got right there could be it. Could be it, right? We just need to break it, and then that's it. It's gonna fly down. Gonna fly down. So guys, let me know, are we gonna hit like 16K, or you guys think like 14K is the top? Because on a macro scale, I haven't given you guys a macro scale view for BTC. As I said it, right? As I said cleanly and clearly, right? We can still pump back up to 14, right? And it's not going to change anything about the structure. Not going to change anything. Not going to change anything about the structure. That's still a bearish, macro bearish pattern. Short-term bullish, right? But the macro scale can still dip down here. Okay, can still dip down here. I know most of you guys not ready for, but like when BTC was 10.5 early this year, February, nobody was waiting for, 14K, right? So let's see, but we got this trend line right there. So got this trend line right there. Right, got this trend line. Right. Right, you got a trend line right there. So that is going to be your next level of temporary support, which is like just about 6K, right? 6K area. Depending how fast we're gonna get to this trend line. If like we're gonna get there, like let's say next year or so, it might take forever, right? But it might be like 6K. But if you're gonna get there, next year by first quarter, you're looking at like 5.5, 5.6, right? So it depends. But if you're gonna get there right now, looking at 4.8. So the bulls got a very good strong trend line. Not over the next few few months and so on, right? So it is going to be a very important trend line. Until we break it, we might not even talk about 3K again. So we have to wait till we basically correct down. Until we correct down and we test it first. And we could say, hey, we could be pumping to 100K and all of that good stuff, right? Are you waiting for 1500? YJ. Yeah, can see dipping, guys. It's dipping, man. Dipping, guys. So on the 7 days chart, you can see like that's why sometimes I switch time frame, because these patterns, they don't care about what time frame you're looking at, right? They only care about the structure. You can see like on the 7 days basis for Kyber network, we haven't been moving at all, right? Since like when September 16th, you can see like you can see the range. You cannot see it on the weekly basis, right? But you can see like the closing range right there, pretty tight. Right, that red line. Right, and you got another one right there, this blue one, right? Just change it to red. We just been moving sideways. Now we just broke it. You know, it's nothing else to do but to take it to the downside. That's why I give it to my premium and say, hey, we're gonna be looking for this move. Okay, we're gonna be looking for this move. And on top of that, you got a triangular formation, right? So yeah, link next support is just about what we said, right? 8.7, right? To you know, a 7.5, 7.7. So which is right there on the 7 days basis, right? Yep, you take a look at it. Kyber, I mean not Kyber, but Kava also similarly, bang, on a 7 days basis. Ethereum still looking strong. Same thing for BTC, right around like a 12K. Same thing for Algo. You can see Algo 7 days basis, been moving sideways, just like Kava. They all do the same thing. They all do the same thing. It's just a timing, okay? Are you going to be able to catch them beautifully, right? This one is looking to break it. You can see like the range bound, right? Right there, just about 18, and then basically 20 closing basis, right? So not breaking the weekly 21 EMA yet, so just about to break it now. Just go. Can swipe crash to, man, you never know. You never know. I don't have a 15 cents target, right? SXP. I don't have a 15 cents target because based on the chart, we don't have like we don't have enough history for swipe. Let's take a look at SXP, USDT. I don't know. I don't think swipe been around long enough. Let's take a look at swipe BTC. Maybe hit BTC has the longest. Oh no, look at this sucker, doesn't have anything. 6p USDT. KuCoin maybe has the longest in history. So, well, you take a look at it. That is 15 cents. Yeah, I'm looking at swap. I thought I was looking at I was looking at dot. I was like, okay, it's like it's 85 cents. When did dot drop down to 85? But yeah, it's swap. Yes, it can definitely hit like 15 cents, right? It can. It doesn't mean it will, but it can, right? It can hit 15 cents. We breaking the trend line. 15 cents. It is nothing but March lows, right? And most of these alt like Bitcoin Cash, you know, ontology, they're almost back down to like March lows, right? So they can definitely, it can definitely do it, right? Just be ready for it, so you won't be surprised, right? It is going to be a very strong support. If you've been long enough in crypto, you're not going to be surprised about coin dropping like, you know, 95%, stuff like that, right? Right? 95, that's nothing. Okay, that's nothing. Or it just dropped like 80%, right? Can drop right there just about 90%. So don't wait for 15 cents. 90% drop is good enough for another leg up. So I would, if you see it like around like 45, 50 cents, just grab it. Don't wait for like 95. Don't wait for 95% drop, because you can get another swing to the upside, right? You can definitely get another swing right here. If and only if we're gonna drop down, you most likely got a chance to get a swing right there. So check it on Coin Trader Pro. Yeah, we'll check it later on. We'll check it later. It's not on TradingView, so. But look for this reversal right there. Not reversal, but sideways correction right there. Hey, what's up, Peter? That's a BTC. Yeah, Zilliqa BTC in my premium, that's how it's set up, right? You guys free to look at it also. We look more like 105 to 81, right? And then the stronger buy range gonna be like 45 to 60, because Zilliqa, we bought it last time 55, 65 range, and all the way up to like 242, right? 242. I told my guys, like, don't FOMO for the rest. You don't want to be the last one out. You just want to be one of the first one out, right? Not too early, right? But not too late. Okay, so we got out like 242. Okay, and now we, you know, it's been dropping. And I said it, guys, back in June, because when I said buy Zilliqa, Zilliqa was like back in March, right? I said buy Zilliqa right there, right? 65, right? 65.55. So best thing to do, either wait for 108, 101 low $100 range, 100 sats range, and, you know, let it consolidate. You might be able to sell it higher up to like a 140, 150, and then buy back around like 60, right? So, but when Zilliqa was pumping, most analysts, YouTube analysts, I don't know what's wrong with them, right? Just like I was, just like I was bearish, right? But they were so bullish calling for Zilliqa 100x. I was like, man, you did not call for Zilliqa 100x when Zilliqa was like 50 sats, like 45. And Zilliqa is like almost 300 sats. You're calling for 1000x and all of that good stuff. So. Yeah, I just talked about total too. Is that what you're talking about? So total 2, total 2 is not even capitulating yet. It is still moving sideways. Just because Ethereum is not dropping, that's why. So let's see, we got a nice pattern right there, just like Ethereum chart, right? So right there, so we're looking for at least to retest like 126 and so on, and we see if we're going to be able to break it and then get another wedge pattern right there, right there. It could be this way, could be that way. Yeah. So guys, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe also. If you're new to our content, make sure to join our premium group. Also, if you're looking to join our premium group, send me a message. So I'll give you all the information you need to join the premium group. But the Telegram group link is in the description if you're looking to join. Yeah, we're gonna get an out season, you know. I'm looking at like hopefully before February we're gonna be making a bottom formation. December, January, February, start pumping, reversing the trend. Okay, it's not going to be a V shape. I wouldn't anticipate it, right? But maybe like a gradual, reversal. You see what I'm saying? Like not like what we got back in March. We could like move sideways for weeks and then start pumping, and then we're gonna be just buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, right? So we had like two alt seasons this year, February, right? Alt season, January through February, alt season, and we had one like from like almost like started the bottom was like May 25th, right? All the way up to like August 15th, August 16th. So you take a look at it, it is 90 days, okay? That was a long time. That was a very, very long alt season, right? So it is pretty normal to drop like another 90 days, which is like from August through December, right? And then we could make a nice bottom formation from December, January, February. We could be start pumping to the upside, right? That's a longer term view, not like weekly view, but a quarterly view, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I will check that website later on, but right now I'm just gonna focus on trading view. Should have altcoin dominance. So it should just be the inverse of BTC dominance, right? Because there's only BTC and let me know what if that's what you're talking about. Yes. Let me know if that's what you're talking about regarding the alt dominance. Because if that's what you're talking about, it should be it, because bit is like, you know, the inverse of the BTC dominance. So now I'm talking about new age. Maybe they're probably gonna find a support depending how you draw. Also looking bad. It is a wedge pattern. Yeah, so that's it. That's it. So two things you could look at, right? You could either, if you're very aggressive, right, you could look for a double bottom BTC dominance in terms of like timing. I talked about it previously, and I said if you take a look at it, you got September low. That was 2019, right? September we bottom, and we just, you know, topped September again, and we could be take a look at right there. The previous one was March. So I'm looking at a bottom formation, either March, right, February and March, February through March, right, for a possible bottom formation, right? And the low we got right there was also September. So most of the turning points are either September or March right there. This one was September, you got March, you got September, and you got another September. So we got one right there, just about like February picked, right? We got May bottom right there, three-way move, and we got this move. So most likely going to be dropping down all the way down to this key level, right, which is going to be somewhere around like March again, February, March, April, and so on, right? Which is what I just said, right? We could possibly get an alt season like somewhere around like February, March, right there, right? So right there, right? So Ether BTC was looking, it is bearish actually, Ether BTC, right, around like, which is like 0.026, right? You gotta remember what happened last year when I was like, Ether resistance is very, very strong resistance, right? Roughly under the 10% drop. 0.0278, okay, 0.027 is key level, because you take a look at it, we just all the way up to like what? To like 70, okay? It might just drop that way. BTC dominance is gonna increase. Information, but just gonna call it a day. We talked